Hello and welcome. Let's focus on conditional type 1 now. This type of conditional is also referred to as the first conditional or future conditional. Indeed, we refer to future, although the tense in the if clause is in a present tense. I'll turn on the heating if it gets colder. So what I express in the main clause depends or is conditional on what I express in the if clause. If the condition is realized, I will do that action, namely I will turn on the heating. However, the reality is as follows. At the moment it is not cold, and that's why the heating is off. So conditional type 1 is usually used to express various aspects of persuasion, such as cajoling and negotiating. It is also used to express or to give a warning or make a threat. An example of a warning: if you go on like this, you'll make yourself ill, or if you don't hurry, you will be late. An example of a threat: if you don't apologize, I will never speak to you again. Or if you do it again, I'll call the police. So you probably have already seen that the basic form of conditional type 1 is as follows. In the main clause, there's will plus be infinitive, whereas in the if clause, there's the verb in present simple. However, we can have some variations. For example, instead of using will plus be infinitive, we can use can plus be infinitive in the main clause. This pattern is used to give to make an offer or a suggestion. For example, if you want to, we can take the bus. Similarly, instead of using will plus be infinitive in the main clause, we can use an imperative. This pattern is used to give advice or instructions. For example, if you go to the supermarket, bring back a carton of milk, please. Other forms of present tenses can be used in the main clause, but they are going to express future in English. Thus, we can use either present continuous with a future meaning or be going to, again with a future meaning, in the main clause. So we're staying at home on Wednesday if the transport strike goes ahead. Or we're going to take mother to her old house if she remembers where it is. Present tenses, different forms of present tenses, can be used in the if clause as well. Namely, we can use present perfect in the if clause or present continuous, as in the examples. If it hasn't rained by the weekend, we'll have to water the garden. Or if they're watching TV, they will not hear you. Finally, I would like to draw your attention to the use of should in conditional type 1. Should can be used after if and before the verb to weaken the possibility of that action, implying by any chance, as in the example, if you should find yourself at a loose end over the holiday, you will always be welcome at our house. I would also like to draw your attention to the use of should in very formal written situations. Most probably you have come across such an example in a formal email. Should you have any questions, please contact us. This is again a variation of conditional type 1. You pay attention to the fact that should comes first, then comes the subject, and then comes the be infinitive. So this is this is the pattern, this is the way it should be used. But again, this is a type of conditional type 1 used in formal written contexts. So this is what I wanted to share with you concerning conditional type 1. As you see, there is a lot to process, but again, the moment you understand it, it's extremely simple, and what you have to do is to maybe look for more information and to practice.